Hey everybody, it's Safi and Marco, Dish Out on Movies, the only movie review show on YouTube to review movies in terms of food. It's just Marco here once again, and I thought I might do something different today. I wasn't really in the mood to watch another movie, honestly, since I have to watch a couple episodes of that shitty American Horror Story season, Cult, and I just got to get it over with. And so I wanted to not watch any movies today. So I thought about doing this instead. So I thought about ranking Thanksgiving foods, and I know that the screen doesn't look very good and there's all these like little lines and ripples, but I'm just experimenting around because on Halloween, oh, now it's out of focus too. Oh god, it looks terrible. What the hell? Was like a ghost going in front of the camera and screwing with the lighting? What the hell? But on Halloween, you guys know that I screen recorded the screen and then I recorded the audio at the same time, and somehow they were not in sync and everything was really blurry. And so I'm trying this out to see if this will be a good way to do these tier list videos. So first off, I'm just going to ignore the stuff that I don't eat because I think that that's kind of a waste of time, or that I haven't eaten before. So number one is brown gravy. Brown gravy I will put at the very, very top. You know, there's just some things that you need in a Thanksgiving dinner, and gravy is one of them. If you don't have a good gravy, then your meal is going to be dry or not as flavorful, because the gravy, you put it over everything. You put it over the stuffing, you put it over the mashed potatoes, the turkey, the vegetables. You put it on everything except like the sweet potato. And even if the sweet potato runs into the gravy a little bit, it makes it a little bit better. So the gravy's got to be at the very top. I mean, you cannot have Thanksgiving without gravy. Oh, now my arm hurts already. Shit. I didn't take that into consideration. I'm shaking my arm around, if you guys are wondering. Okay, so next up is, I don't know why compost is here. Let's see. Cranberry sauce. I'll put that as like, it's okay. You know, we don't have this. We have the jellied cranberry that comes in a can. And I really feel like it's a great part of a Thanksgiving dinner. It's nice and sweet, and it's got a lot of like textural difference because it's jellied, and it's like a jello-y type of thing. But the thing is that I feel like every time that I eat this cranberry, what I do is I get part of it and then I put some stuffing on the fork as well. And so I almost feel like maybe you could put cranberry inside the stuffing somehow, and that would make it so that you wouldn't even need to have the cranberry sauce. Or you could possibly make some sort of like a cranberry glaze, and then you just pour it on top of the stuffing or something, because like, I do think it is kind of essential. I mean, as a kid, I never ate it. But then when I got older and I started eating it, it's like whenever I eat Thanksgiving dinner, I have to get cranberry. There's no other option. And I like it quite a bit, but it's not in the love it tier though. So next up is dinner rolls. I will put those ahead of the cranberry as just, it's okay. And the reason is because I do love them. But honestly, well, actually, now I'm thinking I'm putting it below, because you don't even really need dinner rolls. Like for the first night that we had the dinner this year, I completely forgot about the dinner rolls, and I had my plate all ready and fixed up, and then I was like, oh shit, where's the dinner roll? You know, I wasn't even really thinking about it at all. And so that kind of shows how non-essential it is to a Thanksgiving dinner. It does help though, like if you have extra gravy on the plate, you can dip it in that. It also is a nice textural difference because it's nice and smooth, you know, the tops, you know, so it's okay, though. It's not the greatest, it's just okay. But I do have to have the cranberry. I don't have to have a dinner roll, but I gotta have the cranberry. So next up is, grape salad. Who'd eat that? Green bean casserole. I'm trying to decide what should I have. I guess I will put this as the vegetable, even though we do not have this. What we have is we have broccoli, carrots, and cheese sauce. And this year, the recipe did not work at all. The first night, the carrots were completely underdone, and the cheese sauce was not salty or cheesy at all. It didn't taste like it anyway. I made it too, so I was kind of upset. But if it is good, it is essential because you gotta feel like you're being healthy a little bit, and in order to do that, you got your veggie poo, you know, and you got some cheese sauce on it because it's like, you know, you're not really being healthy because it's Thanksgiving. Who gives a shit about being healthy on Thanksgiving? A weirdo like the people who eat tortilla chips without salsa? That's who. So I would put it ahead of those two because I do think it is a little bit more essential than the cranberry or dinner roll, but it's still not in the love it tier. Well, it was now. Shit. Let's see, what's next? I did have mac and cheese for lunch. I had the Kraft 3 cheese mac, and it was a big mistake because I should have just went with Annie's. You know, Annie's mac and cheese is supreme. And instead I went with Kraft. And so I had a crappy Thanksgiving lunch because I went with the Kraft. Big mistake. So mashed potatoes, they are going in the top tier. This is essential to a Thanksgiving dinner because mashed potato, it is just a magical thing of like, even though you're eating potatoes, it's all mashed up and it's creamy and it's delicious and you have the gravy with it, but you can also dip the dinner roll in the mashed potato. You can dip the cranberry sauce in the mashed potato, the vegetables, at pretty much everything you can dip in the mashed potato. So everything works in harmony, that are like the top ingredients. The only reason why I put it below brown gravy is because you need the gravy to make the mashed potatoes that much better. You know, if you just had mashed potatoes, it would be kind of a letdown, honestly, and it would be not as great of a meal. I did ask Safi if she wanted to do this, by the way, and she just said it was a waste of time, so you know, if you're wondering why she's not here. Next up is pumpkin pie. Now, pumpkin pie is essential to Thanksgiving. I mean, it is the number one thing because you can have mashed potatoes and gravy the rest of the year, but there's never really any other time of the year where you think about having pumpkin pie. You know, maybe for Halloween, maybe, but not really. Thanksgiving is the time where you have pumpkin pie, and it's just perfect. It's very unique. It really, after you have that big feast, salty dinner, it works so perfectly to have this like sweet pumpkin pie. It works so perfectly because, like, I don't think that apple pie would work. I don't think that like sweet potato pie would work. I think that it is only pumpkin pie that really works on Thanksgiving for some reason. Next up is stuffing. Now, stuffing I will put right there, because here's the thing. I have seen lots of really bad stuffings over the years, especially from like frozen foods. And I've come to the realization that most people, they make really bad stuffings. Like, you guys tear up bread and then you pour some sauces on it and you put some seasoning on it, and that's what you call stuffing. And I'm sorry, but that is just not stuffing, okay? Stuffing has to have apples, raisins, sausage. It has to have all these different components in it. And I feel like, honestly, I do love it if it's done right. But if it's done wrong, I will not like it. I will leave it and I will not even eat it, because, like, why do something if you're not going to do it right? You know, if you're going to make stuffing, make it right. Because it works with everything else in the dish too. Like, it also is another harmonious component of the dish. But if it's not done right, it is like this, where it's just bread. You want to eat bread? You want to eat this gross seasoned bread? I don't. I want to have sausage, fucking celery, onion, apple, all that stuff mixed together. And I made it this year, and it was the best part of the meal. So, and it's just not as good as these components, honestly, because when I was a kid, I wouldn't even eat stuffing. And as I said before, it would not take away from my experience of eating all the other stuff. So that's another thing. Sweet potato casserole. No. Where am I going to put it, guys? Where am I going to put it? Right there. That's where I'm putting it. Here's the thing. When I was a kid, a little kid, I really loved sweet potatoes. But then when I got to be like age 6, I just hated sweet potatoes. But recently, I've gotten back into having sweet potatoes at Thanksgiving and being more of a fan of sweet potatoes in general. And the problem is, though, is that the recipe that we use does not end up looking like this. The recipe that we use is not good. And we really need to improve upon it, because, like, the ideal thing is to have this balance of the marshmallow and the brown sugar and the sweet potato. But what ends up happening for us, it's just sweet potato, and the marshmallow has all been melted. So it ruins it. So that's why I'm putting it in last place so far. And then we have two things left. Turkey. Turkey is another essential part of Thanksgiving. I don't feel like there's any other holiday of the year where you could have turkey. I guess maybe Christmas if you want to do that, but I just really feel like it is perfect for Thanksgiving, because it looks so good, and there's a variety of ways you can cook it that'll be really good. And I feel like if you make ham is really not good for Thanksgiving, because there's only really a couple of ways you can make ham. There's more ways that you can cook a turkey and make it taste good. And there's just nothing better than that turkey leg, too. There's no ham leg. There is a turkey leg, though, and turkey legs are the best part of Thanksgiving. And if you don't have turkey, you're screwed. The last thing is whipped cream. Whipped cream. Now, I know what you're thinking. Marco, why is whipped cream so high? Well, here's the thing. Whipped cream, we did a little experiment on Thanksgiving where we were really tired, so we didn't make homemade whipped cream. where you just you take heavy cream and then you whip it up and put vanilla and sugar. We didn't even do that. That's what we usually do. We use the canned whipped cream. And it did not go well at all with the pie. It made the pie not very good. It was kind of like an insult to the pie. That's when we discovered that it was really essential to have this whipped cream. It was essential to have the homemade whipped cream, I should say, because it totally helps the pie go from a 9 out of 10 to a fucking 1,000 out of 10. And I'll say this too, if you just have the pie with no whipped cream, screw you. I'm not eating at your dinner table at all. Bye-bye. So anyways, this is how I rank the Thanksgiving dinner components. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. This is what we have right here. You know, I wouldn't really like to have any of this other stuff, honestly. Like, maybe cornbread would be good instead of dinner rolls. Like, that would be kind of fun to try out. But none of this other stuff really speaks to me, especially pecan pie. Ooh, you know what? Where I would put that? Right there. Like, I do not like pecan pie. So yeah, anyways, please like this video and comment and then subscribe to our channel if you'd like to see more random videos like this. Goodbye, everybody. See you soon. My arm is really killing me. Bye.